All right, today we're diving into a topic that's become absolutely crucial for literally anyone in the modern workplace: AI ethics. So let's just jump right in.
Okay, let me start by asking you a really simple question, one that gets right to the heart of all this. Imagine you just used an AI tool to create an image, maybe a funny one, of a colleague. Now, be honest with yourself. Would you be comfortable showing that image to your CEO? Your gut reaction to that question, well, it tells you a whole lot about where your ethical lines are drawn.
And that gut check is so important now. Because AI isn't some niche tool for tech wizards anymore. It's powerful, it's in our hands, and for all intents and purposes, it's become our new creative co-pilot. I mean, it's helping us with everything from summarizing long meetings to designing entire presentations.
But here's the thing. With this new co-pilot, we all need to be better digital citizens. And that's about more than just following the company's IT policy. It's about consciously using these tools in a way that actually builds trust and respect with your team. You know, the stuff that makes any workplace actually successful.
Which brings us to what is, without a doubt, the single most important rule of the road here. Let's call it the one commandment that is the bedrock for all ethical AI use at work.
And here it is. This is the brightest red line you can imagine. You should never use a colleague's likeness, and I mean their photo, their voice, a clip from a video, as an input for an AI tool without their explicit, enthusiastic permission. Doing that isn't just a harmless joke. It's a huge violation of trust and, frankly, can be a form of digital harassment.
You know, just think about it like this. The rules of professionalism don't just disappear the second you're behind a screen. The basic respect you owe a coworker when you're sitting across from them in a meeting is the exact same respect you owe them when you're using an AI tool. Really, it all just boils down to this super simple rule of thumb. If you wouldn't do it or say it right to their face, then you have no business doing it behind a screen with AI. It's really that simple.
So, okay, how do you make the right call when things get a little fuzzy? In those tricky gray areas? Well, here's a quick mental checklist, a gut check you can use every single time before you hit that generate button.
It's a simple three-part test. First, the CEO test we already talked about. That's your check for professionalism. Second is the family test. Would you feel weird if your family saw this? That checks it against your personal values. And third, and this one might be the most important of all, is the intent versus impact test.
And this is where things get really serious. Your intent might have been just a harmless joke, right? But if the impact of what you created makes a colleague feel targeted or mocked or uncomfortable, then you're actively contributing to a toxic culture. And in a professional setting, the impact is what truly matters.
This leads us right to a huge question of accountability. Because when things do go wrong, there's a really common and really dangerous misconception about who's actually to blame.
You hear this idea all the time, the sentiment of, hey, the AI made it, not me. It's a way to kind of shrug off responsibility, to pretend the AI has a mind of its own. But let's be clear, that is a massive failure of professional judgment.
So let's be crystal clear on this one ethical principle. You are 100% responsible. Not the AI, not the software company, you. You are responsible for the prompt you typed in, and you are 100% responsible for the output you decide to share. There are no exceptions.
And this is exactly why that human oversight, your judgment, is so critical. These AI models can hallucinate. I mean, they can literally just make up facts out of thin air. They can also reflect and even amplify all the biases from the data they were trained on. So if you share that output without checking it first for accuracy and for bias, guess what? That's on you, and you alone.
So, what happens when these lines get crossed? Look, this isn't just about some minor social blunder or an awkward email. The consequences of using AI unethically at work are serious, and they are very, very real.
First off, you immediately start eroding trust. That spirit of collaboration just dies the second people feel like they're a target. Then you're looking at disciplinary action. A lot of companies are now treating AI misuse just like any other form of harassment. And finally, you're looking at major damage to your own professional reputation. Being that person who uses AI unethically is a surefire way to stall your career.
In the end, it all comes down to this one simple truth. How you choose to use these unbelievably powerful tools is a direct reflection of your professional judgment and your character. It tells your team, your boss, and your entire company everything they need to know about who you are as a professional.
So, I'll just leave you with this one final thought to carry with you. As you continue to use AI as your creative co-pilot, just constantly ask yourself this question. Is the way I'm using this technology building up my team, fostering trust, or is it slowly breaking it down? The choice, as always, is yours.